How are you? This is the first public reading of the PossumTrappersDaughter.com. It is a novel. I believe, and a number of other people believe, this is going to be a future cult classic, and it's going to be a New Zealand cult classic, and we're just reading it out over the airwaves. We're putting this on YouTube for you to sit back and listen. Go to the website, the PossumTrappersDaughter.com, and read more there at your own leisure, and buy a copy. Support local artists. Support artists everywhere, without the middleman, without the corporation, without the, what do they call it, critical acclaim. All right? Support local artists. People, they put a lot of time, creative energy into this, and we need it as human beings. Art is the soul, the history, the future, and the present of humanity, and that is the best we can ever hope to achieve. So support artists everywhere of all kinds, and help them at least to put bread on the table and feed their kids while they continue to create the pieces of work that makes our lives special, interesting, gives meaning to our lives and our thoughts. So thank you for that. Listen to this, and here we go. Chapter 1, the PossumTrappersDaughter.com. Morris Wyatt felt great. Had a wet towel around his neck keeping him cool. "I'm in fine form," he boomed. Dust shifted. 97 today, hooray. He should have died in his 20s, counted 3 occasions. "My very own demise," he says, but nothing, no death, no harm to anyone, nothing. Silly man checked the figures, for a time believed his life was a mistake. Misty recollections of jails and maelstroms, and straining every nerve to overcome, bark in his ear as if from a distant yard inside his head. These barks, like auditory scars, are souvenirs of times and places, events he can't fully recall. Now being so old, he supposes they are recent, further evidence of something he has thus far managed to hide, the onset of dementia. But these mental explosions have in fact been occurring for decades in various types of lines. Lunch bar lines, movie lines, stadium lines, shopping market lines, and always in the open street. He finds the modern idea of a knowledge economy absurd, swears the universities are filled with fools. He can pick students out in a crowd, that's without, he'll tell you, counting the Asians or the Muslims. Hear them as soon as they open their mouths. Given a chance to admonish, he will. I never learned more than during the years I spent in jail, from the hopeless faces, the stories of broken men and their crimes. Ride a bad-mannered pony of stricture all over your learning. Son, speaking to a scholar, a student, in a hot spring, you want to learn something valuable, something that actually matters or makes a goddamn bit of difference? 3 pools. Someone digs them out, no one knows who. But from the 7 houses along Sylvia Flat, at least 2 families claim brownie points. The main pool has dead skin and a plaster wafting on the seminal bottom. A low wall of boulders keeps the river out, which goes icily by like a cool green snake. Nonchalant, the student says, "Yeah, ma'am." Maybe he doesn't care because he's young. Maybe because the mountains, babies so far as mountains go, have drafted from his primal senses a feeling of perfect attainment. The codger cares less. He makes book talk, and the student knows nothing. He talks of solo mums and the state of it. Deer roaming in plenitude, trout and salmon crowding the rivers. In the eyes of the student, he goes from senescent, talkative stranger to object of intrigue when bringing up the part about jail. To spend time with men who have gone from one disaster to the next their whole lives. Childish men who trouble the hopes and dreams of everyone who loves them. Humbled like animals in cages, the poison of the world seeping out of them like the sour reek of a hangover. I never learned more about life than there. Dreams die in that place. The student thinks many things about this. 1, he's obviously a well-read man. but the tattoos and the story about jail confuse him. He's tempted to indulge a pathos concerning life behind bars. Repels the temptation. Edgy notions of bathing with a mass murderer. We'll stop there. I'm just going to keep reading my way through it, updating it week by week. As I say, go to the website. There's a longer reading there, and about 14 minutes long, but go and listen to that. thepossumtrappersdaughter.com. This is an exciting thing. It's the culmination of 4 years of work by the artist who wishes to remain anonymous. And yeah, support artists, support local artists, support artists everywhere. Buy the novel. Have a great day, and hopefully you tune in again to hear the second reading, and even more hopefully you go to the website and check that out and listen to the longer reading there. thepossumtrappersdaughter.com, a future cult classic. Thank you.